Hi, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well today. And today's presentation, again, is on Grammarly, which is a wonderful virtual writing aid. So let's get into it. Firstly, what I will cover in this presentation. I will start off talking about what Grammarly is, as well as what it is used for, then the benefits that it has, and how to download it on both Mac devices and Windows as well. Then how to actually use the platform. And I will also give some information on the premium version of Grammarly, just so you can see if there are any features you want for paying for it, and then also some helpful resources, and finally a live demonstration. So what is Grammarly? Grammarly is a technology company that offers a digital writing assistance tool. The tool corrects grammatical errors and makes your writing style clear and easy to read. You might be wondering what you can actually use Grammarly for, and there are many different things. It can be used in any form of writing, such as personal, professional, or anything else you can think of. Many people have found Grammarly useful when writing emails, as Penny was mentioning, making lists, filling out applications and forms, creative writing, assignments, and journaling, and all those kinds of things. So really anything you can think of that you want to write with, you can use Grammarly for. There are some great benefits of Grammarly. This includes improved written communication, as well as improving your own personal writing accuracy, because once you see different errors and you are constantly correcting them, you will eventually learn to correct them yourself. And also, Grammarly helps you to reduce the amount of time that you spend rereading, editing, and getting other people to read your work as well. So it's great for convenience and efficiency. Now I will be going over how to download Grammarly on multiple different types of devices. So I hope that these devices will apply to you in some way. The first option is the web browser extension, which does work best with Google Chrome. And there's also a desktop and mobile application. So those are the two different options. One thing to note is that Safari no longer supports the most recent version of Grammarly. So you must use the desktop application in order to use Grammarly if you have Safari. Though you can alternatively download Google Chrome as well, and we can help you with that. If you would like some guidance, you can always set up a one-on-one, or you can just get the application. And this desktop application is compatible with Windows, including version 7, 8, 8.1, and 10, as well as Mac OS 10.9 and higher. Now, how to download Grammarly. The Google Chrome extension can be downloaded by going to the Chrome Web Store. And you can access this store by either clicking on the underlined link here when you receive a copy of the presentation, or you can simply type into your search engine, Chrome Web Store, and you'll be able to click on the first link that comes up. If you aren't familiar with the web store, this is a site where you can access different extensions that have many different purposes and download them onto your computer or onto your Google Chrome. You would then search for Grammarly in the search bar that appears on the left-hand side, and that is how you will be able to access the Chrome extension. From there, you want to click on the first search result that pops up. Here is a screenshot of what it will look like on many of the devices. This screenshot has specifically been taken from a Mac, but because it is the same for all Google Chrome, it will look like this. And from there, you would click on this title here on Grammarly for Google Chrome, and then you would be taken to a page that shows this screenshot, and you press the blue Add to Chrome button to the right of the icon here. The next step is to just wait for Grammarly to download. Sometimes it may take a few minutes. It might take a bit longer if your computer tends to be slower, or maybe you don't have the greatest connection at that time. But once it's ready, this announcement will pop up on your screen saying Grammarly for Chrome is now active. Now, how to download the desktop application for Mac devices. There are two options, and the first one is to go to the App Store and search Grammarly in the search bar. Then you will click on Get. This screenshot has been taken from a Mac, and this is what the screen will look like when you go into the App Store. The second option is to go to this link once you receive a copy of the presentation, and it will take you to a website that just takes you directly to downloading the application to your desktop. So this might be easier if you're having trouble finding it in the App Store. It's kind of a shortcut that you can take. And once you click on this red button here that says Download Grammarly for Mac, you will just wait for the download to complete. Now, how to download Grammarly for Windows in Windows devices, the desktop application. It is quite similar to the process for the Mac, though you do have to go to the Google Play Store rather than the App Store. And from there, you can search Grammarly. This screenshot has been taken from the Google Play Store, and you click on the Install button that is outlined in green here, and then it will start downloading. Alternatively, you can go through a similar process to the Mac device and go to the link that's provided on the slide and click Download Grammarly for Windows, and then just wait for it to download. Now there's also a mobile keyboard application available as well. And to download this onto your mobile device, you go to the App Store if you have an Apple device, such as an iPhone or an iPad, or the Google Play Store if you have an Android device, such as a Samsung. You then search Grammarly in the search bar, and then you will click on Get or Download to install the application. Now I will go over the functionality of Grammarly. You can enable or disable Grammarly via the icon in the toolbar of your window. So once you have gotten the Chrome extension, you will see the Grammarly icon appear. Sometimes you have to pin the extension, which I will show you how to do, in order for it to appear in this toolbar. If you do not see it in the toolbar, you want to click on this puzzle piece here, the white puzzle piece, in order to access the extension. For the site that you are on, you are able to make specifications by turning certain things on or off using the toggles. So this screenshot is taken from the screen that appears once you click on the icon, and you can do things such as turn Grammarly on for the certain site you're on. You can make specifications such as having definitions and synonyms appear. You can have spelling corrected automatically. You can also show phrasal predictions as well. And then you can also choose which language you're writing in. So these are a few of the different options that you can just quickly change straight from your Chrome window. If the platform that you are using is not compatible with Grammarly, you will see a red X symbol on the Grammarly icon in your toolbar. So this screenshot has been taken from a site which is not compatible, and an example of this site would be Google Slides. So Google Slides does not allow you to use Grammarly, and when you go onto Google Slides, you will see an X over the icon. Grammarly automatically appears after adding the extension while you are using your email, Google Docs, Microsoft Word, social media sites such as Twitter and Facebook, as well as other compatible websites. The compatibility of the website is very dependent on the website itself, and it's unique to the different sites. How to know that Grammarly is actually working? You will know that it's functioning when you see a green G or the icon in the lower right corner of the text field that you're writing in. For example, this screenshot has been taken from a Gmail that is being written to someone, and you can see that it is on, and once you start typing, it will start working. When words are underlined in red, Grammarly has a recommendation for you, so you can click on the red underline in order to view it. You can either change the word or words, add a word to your personal dictionary, or discard the correction if you know, for example, that it's a name that you spelled correctly, but it just is mistaking it for something else. In this case, you can also add it to your personal dictionary, which means that it will not appear as incorrect anymore because it is now a word for your computer and for your account. Now I will move on to speaking about Grammarly Premium and its benefits. So you can upgrade your account to Premium by going to this website that's underlined there, or I will also show you how to do it straight from your account. And Premium is great because it includes everything from free that you would get on the normal account. In addition, you will also get sentence, tone, word choice, formality, and fluency rewrites, as well as plagiarism detection, which can be very, very helpful. You can also see the list of the different things that you would get in this screenshot here. Now, there are a few different costs that you can consider with Grammarly Premium. For example, the monthly cost is $29.95 Canadian dollars, though if you get it at a discounted rate, such as a quarterly cost of $19.98 Canadian dollars, which saves you 33%, or an annual cost of $11.66 per month, which saves you 61%. And also for teams, Grammarly Business costs $12.50 per month per member. So there are a few different packages available, and there are also some really great discounts throughout the year, such as on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and I think there was also one over the holidays as well. So you can look into that. And if you subscribe to receive emails from them, they'll email you when there are some good discounts available. Here are some helpful resources that you might be interested in looking at. So Grammarly does offer a support site that you can go to if you're having trouble or you have any questions. You can also contact Grammarly directly if you need to pose a question specifically that you can't find the answer to, or give them some feedback. And then you can also book a one-on-one with a Cyber Seniors mentor to go through this application as well, or if you're having any trouble at all. So now we will be moving into a live demonstration. There will be a few different parts of this live demonstration, but I will start off by going to the Chrome Web Store, as that is the first step to getting Grammarly. So I got to this site by searching up Chrome Web Store in my browser here, and then I went into the store. And you can see that there's a search bar on this left-hand side, and you're going to go into the search bar and type Grammarly. And the first option that comes up is the Grammarly that you want to download. And in order to do that, you want to click on it here, and you'll see that you can add it to Chrome. So by adding it to Chrome, you are adding it to your web browser, and it will be permanently there unless you unadd it. And once you've clicked on the blue button, you can click on Add Extension. And by doing this, you are allowing it to read and change your data on websites and also display notifications. So you have to allow it to read your data in order for it to make corrections. But if you're not comfortable doing so, then that's no problem at all. So you would click on Add Extension, and it will just check it for you. And then after it downloads, you will see that Grammarly for Chrome is now active. So in order to actually access Grammarly, you're going to want to go to the puzzle piece in the top right-hand corner. So you see here, when you click on the puzzle piece, this little window pops up, and by clicking on the pin icon, you will just put it into this main menu bar so you can see the Grammarly icon. You can always unpin it by clicking on the icon another time. So from there, you will want to set up your Grammarly account. And you can do this by going into the site that pops up. It will prompt you to do so, but because it already knows the password that I've typed in, it isn't asking me to do so, but I can go to Grammarly, and then once it's already downloaded, you would go to My Grammarly, and I can log out in order to show you the process. So once you're at this site, this is the main Grammarly site, you click on Log In. And if you already have an account, you would simply just type in your email and your password, or it will prompt you to create your own account. And you can also sign in with Google, Facebook, or even Apple as well. But we will continue on. And your account would then be set up. From here, we can see Grammarly in action by going into a Google document. You can also go into email or Microsoft Word if you just want to test it out. But here is the document. And once you go to the document, you want to make sure that it's turned on. Sometimes it does take a little bit to load, and I find personally using Grammarly, it doesn't always appear. But if you just give it some time, the Grammarly icon will appear in the bottom right-hand corner. And the first time you use it, it will ask you if you want to take a quick tour. So if you want to learn more, you can always do that, or you can just click on No Thanks, and you can start typing and using the application. So I'm just going to type a sentence with spelling errors so that we can see how it works. So once it detects an error, it will show the icon in red, and sometimes it takes a little bit of time for it to load. I think it might just be because my computer is a bit slower, but you can see that the first error it's detected is that name is spelled incorrectly. So I could correct it by clicking right here on name, or I could add it to my dictionary, or I could dismiss the correction, but I'm going to change it. And it's not detecting these errors at this moment. It does take some time to load sometimes, but they will most likely appear in a few moments. But from there, you can also make some specifications on the particular site you're on. So if you click on the icon while you're on the site, you're able to see a few different settings that they call quick settings. So if I wanted to change any of these options, such as turning it off, I would click the toggle and it would turn off, and the page would reload, and I would no longer have Grammarly turned on. You can also change some other specifications that depend on what you're interested in. So if you don't want it to correct spelling automatically or show phrasal predictions, then you can just turn that off. And if you want to go to more advanced settings, you would go to all settings. And here you can make changes to your account. You can also customize, and you can go to your subscription as well. So this is where you can access Grammarly Premium. So if you click on this green button here, you can go Premium and pay a certain amount of money in order to have the enhanced services. So you see all of these are the things that you would get from going Premium. And then you can also see more about the security of Grammarly, about your personal data and the user trust guidelines if you're interested in. And you can also, again, see account settings, about your email and your password and anything else. You can also add about you in order to help Grammarly understand what you're writing about. So if you're particularly writing for school, it'll make a few changes to the corrections it makes just based on what you're using it for. And if you want to, you can also delete your account by clicking on Delete Account. So that concludes today's presentation. I will just go to the final slide, and say thank you for listening. And if you'd like to learn this lesson with a Cyber Seniors mentor, you can go to the website or you can call the number in order to register for a one-on-one phone session, or we also host weekly tech drop-in from 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursdays.